Welcome to the Savage Productions YouTube channel. Hey guys, sorry it took me so long to get this video out. I had a bunch of problems with my editing software as well as the upload itself. There's a lot of great content to come in the following weeks, but for now, enjoy the video. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Savage Productions YouTube channel. Today we're at the shop and we have a few different things that we're going to be working on. One is going to be this Mustang here, which is going to be a big turbo build that we're doing. Or it might be twin turbo. The owner really hasn't decided which one he wants to go with yet. So we're going to be doing fuel system on that. We're also going to be working on this GT500 here. We're going to be putting the built rear end in it. So we're going to be taking it out and then having it sent over to Tin Soldier Race Cars on Monday. Hey Dad, I think we're back to our roots, working on the ground.
It looks that way. Got freaking 2 lifts, you can't use them.
Yep. Lifts are all tied up, or they're going to be tied up once we get this thing rolling. Yeah, this won't take long, probably a couple days just to be put back together. Just got to get the rear end taken over to Tin Soldier and welded up. But we'll have this out of here in just a bit. Alright, rear end's out of the car. We're going to go ahead and take the flange off here and just drain it out of the back of the rear end, or the front of the rear end, I should say. And then we'll tilt it over, get the back off, and start stripping it down. We got some metal shavings, some scarring up on here, so definitely needed a new rear end. The customer said it was making an awful noise when it was driving down the road, so. Okay, so camera stopped recording for some reason, but we got both the axles out. We marked which one of the caps goes on which side. If you can see, there's one little white dot right there and 2 little white dots on that side.
Oh, look how easy it comes out, see? Yeah. So this right here tells me that it did not have enough preload on the bearings, or we have a bad bearing, because look how easy this comes up. Yeah. See that? That is your problem. That's why if you have a bad bearing or the preload is not tight enough, this ring gear will walk back and forth, and you can't have that. You have to have preload. Normally you have to really pry down on this to get that to come up. So we're back on the second day here. We worked on this yesterday. You can see the rear end over there. It's going to be cleaned up just a little bit more, and it'll be ready to take to the fabrication shop and on Monday. We got the rear end back. I haven't released this video yet, so I figured I might as well go ahead and throw this on the end just so you can see what it looks like. Got the rear end back and painted it up a little bit. So they welded up the axle tubes right here and put little spot welds over these holes here where these spot welds go. But some pretty good craftsmanship over there. We're not going to worry about painting the rest of it or anything like that, just because this is pretty much a daily driver. And Guy wouldn't want us to do that anyway. But it looks really good. We're going to go ahead and get this rear end thrown up in here, and that'll be it for this car. Well, the GT500 is done. Here are the new wheels on it. We went with the Nitto NT555 G2s. Not as big as I personally would like, but the owner doesn't really do that much drag racing or whatever, so didn't really need a big meat on the back. He might put some lowering springs on it eventually. Then it'll look a little bit better, but I think still a pretty nice car. We did work on the red car a little bit here. We got the coilovers in there. So unlike a lot of struts that have like a little part that comes up here and notches over to where coilovers can fit in there, these didn't have them. So we made some. It's not the prettiest of welding. I did it myself. It's the first thing I ever welded. But pretty much attached it to this inner metal here, just so it's a little slot. We didn't weld it to the body of the actual strut, so it's not a big deal. And then this just locks up against it, so the coilovers can fit on there, and they all work properly. So we got that on there. Got the spindles mounted, of course, both sides. We're going to be probably dropping the engine into this thing pretty soon. I don't know if we showed, but we have quite a few boxes here in the front of the office, and we're going to be unboxing a few of them because some of them include parts for the other red car, which is the turbo build that we're doing, and we're actually going to be unboxing some of those here soon. But the remainder of the day yesterday and this morning, Dad has been messing with these wheels here. These are his wheels that he has. They are the Race Star polished, but they have rim screws. We were mounting these slicks on it, and the rim screws kind of take a long time to manage. We got the other ones done, got them all switched over. These are 10.5 by 28 inch stiff wall ET drag slicks, Mickey Thompson ET drags. So hopefully those work a little bit better for us than the QuickTime Pros that we had. The last time that we had them at the track, they were just bald, and I actually wish that I would have taken video of them, but they're in the back out there. You can actually see some of the cords on it. We'll get some of this unpacked and see what we can do today. So this is going to be some fuel system for this car here. So is this the Fore Innovations kit?
Yeah, Fore Innovations kit.
We are a dealer for them. Is that right?
Yeah, you're a dealer for them now.
Cool.
So this particular kit is really a badass kit. It's going to be a 2-pump kit, but they're, what were they, 430 liters per hour each. E85 compatible, capable of 1200 wheel on E85.
There's some nice goodies in there.
Yeah, it's got a controller. We're actually going with this controller deal. This is something that they have now. I'm going to take it all out of the package, but look at that. Both pumps will work independently of each other. It will be actually just running on one pump by itself. And then there's a pressure switch that we tap in to it. And then we can adjust this to where the second pump will come on at any given boost that we tell it to. So he'll just run around on one pump on 93 octane. And then when he turns the boost up, changes over to E85, then it'll be set up to where the second pump will come in at whatever boost. So
Gotcha.
it's more for cars that are driven on the street a lot.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't overwork the pumps.
Cool.
And also the pump, it even controls the speed of the pump. So the pump won't see a full 12 volts all the time, just normal driving. This is the regulator. I feel like it's freaking Christmas time for me.
I know, but you can't keep any of it.
No, I can't keep none of it. So yeah, this is pretty cool. So they have different systems designed different ways. If you look on their website, they have them set up to where the regulator can be before the rails or after the rails. The regulator can be, you can run in series or in line to the rails. And what they recommend on centrifugal, supercharger, or turbo is to have fuel pumps go into the rails, split into two, go into the back of the rails, come out of the rail, well, back or front, doesn't matter, but come out of the other side of the rails, and then go into the regulator, and then have the return back to the regulator.
So it's regulated after the injector.
After the rails.
Yeah.
So both rails will be fed independently. They come out of each rail, they'll go into here, and then return back to the tank. And then it has the boost reference.
Oh yeah.
So it actually raises fuel pressure as the boost increases, and it's a 1-to-1 ratio.
Yeah, that's a nice looking piece.
Yeah, it's really nice. So, it's it's already got the.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a number 10 feet. We upgraded the option to a number 10 feet, and then it's going to split into 2 8s right at the engine, go into the rails, 8 on each side, come out a number 8 on each side, and then go back as a number 8 for return.
Cool. So that's all this line in here, I assume.
And that's just, it's just overkill. I mean, it's obviously because of how much power.
Well, with the E85, you're going to be a lot more volume, so you're probably going to need it.
Yeah, you definitely want to need it. And then, of course,
we're going to have to do the same thing with my car.
Yeah.
Even being on the nitrous, and they're a turbo. It's a turbo application, so it's really going to need it.
Yeah. Yeah, they even have a check valve. So you put this, shortly after the pumps, and it won't bleed down.
Wow.
So you don't have to worry about priming, cycling the key or whatever.
There's some thick fittings.
As you can see, that looks like another check valve.
I think they might just be screwed together or something.
I didn't know it came with two of them.
There's more line.
Yeah, look at all these. See, this whole thing is really designed a certain way.
Wow.
This is probably goes right onto the back of the rails or the front of the rails.
Yeah. You got instructions or something? Maybe a letter?
Packing slip, instructions.
Oh, cool.
The whole deal.
We'll need those.
That's really nice. Oh, look at there. It even comes with all the...
Oh, yeah. That's nice.
Yep.
That's one of the worst things about running a custom fuel system is going to Lowe's to freaking get all those clamps that comes with them. That's really cool.
These are piston rings for his pistons. They actually have one set of rings, and they have because they're balancing it and everything. So
yeah.
They've got the rings with it. This is fuel pressure gauge for the regulator.
Okay.
Right there.
Cool.
These are cleave-out bearings.
Sweet. So we'll be assembling that thing here pretty shortly.
This is the oil pump. We're doing it's a high pressure. We can actually control the pressure by changing these springs in the oil pump.
Oh, nice.
That's obviously on the mod motor, the Boss block mod motor.
Looks a lot like the LS oil pump, though.
Yeah. Or like the Coyote. That's the way the Coyotes are too.
Yeah.
And then these are more bearings.
Cool.
So these are the raw or main bearings, and these are the rod bearings.
Okay.
And then that's just a dowel kit that came with the Boss block.
Nice.
And this, which he has to have, at least now, his stock mass airflow sensor was pegging out with the supercharger he has on it now. So we ended up going with this bad boy, the Diablo Sport mass airflow sensor. These are pretty cool. You got to tune them. They're definitely they won't work unless they're totally tuned. So, but these are really cool, and he'll be able to use it on the other build once we get that other motor in.
Right.
So we'll go ahead and put that in.
Cool. Well, and then basically, I guess everything else in that box is going to be for the other builds that we're doing, right? Or in those boxes.
Yeah.
We'll break into those later. All right, so this is going to be installed on the red car here soon. We're actually going to have a dedicated video for that. I was planning on actually putting some of the work that we were going to be putting into this car into this video, but I think this video has already ran too long. So stick around, watch for some videos on this. Going to be making probably about 1,000 wheel horsepower is what we're trying to make on E85. So that'll be coming really soon. We'll have a build series going on this car. The plan is for right now, because it does have just a supercharger on the stock motor, we're going to be putting the fuel system on it and then getting it out of here, getting some of these other projects done, and then he's going to come back in once the engine is done. We're going to swap the engine over, and I think we might even put the supercharger on that engine and then come back again, and then we'll do the turbo sometime in the middle of the summer. So that's the plan, but for now, it's going to be it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. We have a lot of projects going on here at the shop, and hopefully, we're definitely getting closer and closer to actually working on our own stuff. As you can see, we put new tires on Dad's car, so we're going to probably be getting that thing to the track here in maybe a month or so once they open up. Hopefully we could get like a track run or something going like that, just so we can go out and have a little bit of fun in these trying times. But that's going to be it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and if you like the content. If you like the content, like the video. If you want to receive any kind of notifications whenever I post videos, hit the bell icon. But that's going to be it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.